What's going on, YouTube? Back with another vlog, number 3. Let's do it. One Eye Jacks, playing 1-2 again. This session was about 2 hours, so yeah, here we go. Okay, so for this first hand, I've got Ace-8 suited, and it limps through, and we also check it down pretty much to the river. There was a flush on board, and someone did have a spade, so they took the pot. Okay, so this hand I've got King Queen offsuit, and I'm gonna go ahead and limp it because I'm trying to play it safe at first, just trying to feel out the table. I recognize the one guy; he was pretty aggressive last time, so I'm just trying to see if that was a just a play that day or something else. You know, I was running pretty bad, don't want to get messed up. So we're gonna go to a flop. The flop's gonna be Queen of Diamonds, 2 of Hearts, 4 of Clubs, and we went in 4 ways on the limp. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise it to $6 on the flop here, and I end up going heads up to the turn. The turn is the Ace of Hearts. So we both check it here, and then out comes the river. It's the 8 of clubs. So I'm gonna think I'm good here with a nice kicker. And so when he bets 25 bucks, I kind of don't hesitate to put in the call. And unfortunately, he did have Queen 2 for the 2 pair, which that's a pretty shitty hand. I can't believe he played it, but whatever. So I've got Queen Jack offsuit now, and I'm going to try to limp in here again. Like I said, I'm just trying to feel it out still. Guy across me here puts in a $10 raise, so I go ahead and make that call. We're going 3 ways to the flop. The flop comes King of Clubs, Jack of Hearts, 6 of Hearts, and I check it here again. Like I said, I'm just trying to check everyone out, and he bets 15 here, so I make a call. When the turn comes, the 9 of Clubs, he puts in a $50 bet after I check, and I fold. He does show 5-7 offsuit for the bluff. So this next hand, I've got Ace Deuce Hearts, and I limp in again. We see a flop here. That flop's going to be 10 of spades, 10 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, and we check through the flop here. We see a turn. The turn comes with the 3 of clubs, and someone bets here 10 bucks, so I fold, but they both say they end up missing, and I would have won that hand. A quick fold here before we're looking down at Ace King offsuit. I make it a $6 bet pre-flop, and then we're gonna go look to a flop 4 ways. The flop comes 9, 3, 4 clubs, and so when it comes to me, I bet $10, and I get 1 caller to come with me to a turn. On the turn, he checks over to me, so I go ahead and check it, and then we're looking at the completing the straight 2 of diamonds on the river. And I have to make a value bet after he checks here for 25 bucks. Unfortunately, he does fold here, but we take down that pot. Okay, next we're looking down at King Queen offsuit. These are some pretty nice starting hands, huh? Okay, so we're gonna call the straddle here for 5 bucks. It goes, I want to say it was 3 ways to the flop, but then we do check all the way to the river here, just for me to end up hitting a fucking straight. And I did bet $10 at the end, but nobody called. Oh well. I fold another shitty hand real quick, and then I probably don't normally play this, but it's Ace-8 offsuit here, and I limp in. We check the flop, we check the turn. I bet 10 bucks to steal the blinds, and we take it down. Okay, so I fold a couple hands here, and then I'm gonna look down. It's gonna be 8, 9 of hearts. So I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna call $5 pre-flop. That's 4 ways. The flop that we see is going to be Jack of Diamonds, 10 of Spades, 3 of Spades. So when it comes over to me, I bet $10 here. We're going to a turn. The turn's going to be the 2 of Hearts. So the turn checks through. And then we see a river. The river is going to be the 5 of Spades. So I elect to bet $15 here. And I get the folds. So I win. Folding some more here. And I looked at a Queen 5 of Hearts, so I want to play this, but when the flop doesn't look my way and it gets bet over me, I fold again. No point in staying. This time I've got 8, 9 hearts again. It's on my button. I've got the $5 straddle here. When we get to the flop, I'm not interested in the Ace Jack Spades and 6 of Hearts. So when it gets raised, I actually elect to fold here. Just didn't want to continue. That flush draw backdoor did not come anyway. I'm looking at a few more folds here. 5-4, Jack 6, Jack 3, 8-3. Okay, so then we look down at King 10 of clubs, and we're feeling kind of good here. I limped in. It's an $11 bet on the flop, and the flop was looking good for us. 9-3 of clubs and 7 of diamonds, so we got a nice flush draw. So we're going three ways to a turn here, and that turn I decided to check it when I see the king of spades, and he leads for $30, and the other guy folds out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the call here to see what that river's gonna be, and that river is in my favor as the jack of clubs. So I elect to check here, and he raises for $30, and I actually go for a min raise here for 60. I think that was the perfect size to get him to call. I normally my head tells me to jam here, but I'm trying to get better at catching value, and I think I did that perfectly here for my flush because he flopped two pair. That's a great read on my end. Definitely, a nice win for me. The money wasn't the part of it. It was just the fact that I did jam here, and I got the max value here. This next hand, I've got ace six of hearts. I called $10 pre-flop. I checked in the dark on the flop here. I got a flush draw, so I go ahead and make a $10 call, no problem. The turn checks through as a eight of spades, and then when the river comes with the flush, I do have to make a bet. I bet $20 here. The guy doesn't think that I'm being legit. He says he's gonna try to keep me honest, and he calls my $20 to lose to my nut flush. So couple folds coming through. Honestly, I didn't play too many hands today, which I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. Honestly, I think I played that good. So jack four of diamonds. I called $10 pre-flop here. It was 5 at first. Someone raised a 10. That's okay. I call. I checked in the dark because I'm first to act. I like to do that sometimes. Let's just see what happens before the board comes. Ace clubs, king hearts, four spades. I've got a small pair here, so I'm okay to check it. And it does check through to a turn. The turn comes out to be the 10 of diamonds. And the 10 of diamonds, is it going to do anything for me? No, but we're going to go ahead and, see if we get that gut shot. We don't. We get a jack on the river. That jack on the river gives us two pairs. So when I check, he bets $30. And honestly, I don't think I even realized I had two pair, but I looked at my hand again. I said, oh shit, two pair. Maybe I have to make this call because he's been bluffing lately. When I make the call, he does tell me that he has the fucking straight, and that's on me. I like I said, I don't know why I even called here. Okay, so I've got a few folds here, and I'll be honest, some of these folds didn't happen pre-flop. I called whatever the pre-flop bet was, but then I saw a bad flop, and I just folded it here. And I don't think I'm really mad at that decision. Most of these runouts didn't come through on my end, and I'm not the best bluffer. But here I've got Jack 9 offsuit, so I call a $5 bet pre-flop, and we see a flop of 7 spades, 10 clubs, Jack spades. So I've got a Jack here. I'm going to go ahead and call the $7 raise to me, and we're going to see a turn. The turn is in my favor too. It's actually another Jack, which is really nice, but I didn't play it well. That's on me. I really shouldn't have raised here. I raised $15, and I feel like if I didn't lead here, I would have had someone else bet into me and just hope that the straight wasn't coming through. So I don't know. Did I avoid the straight? Did I make the right play? Did I not get the most value? We're back to folding few hands here. Okay, so then we look down at 9 Jack offsuit again. I'm going to call the $5 pre-flop bet here. We're going 6 ways to the flop, and that flop is beautiful. I flopped the nut straight here. I couldn't be in a better spot where 6 people are calling. Let's see what continues here. Someone puts out for another $5. We put out 4 ways to the turn here, a 4 of hearts. Person on my right bets $7, and I'm going to continue just calling. I don't want to scare anyone off. If they're off on their own, that's them. I don't want to be part of that scare. I believe we go 3 ways to that river. That river comes with the king of spades. And I know I am good here. There's just no way that anyone's got like queen jack. So I just go look at my chips and I say, hey, I'm going to make a pot size bet here. So I thought it was like $60. Maybe it was after rake or whatever. $60 is what I bet. And the dude across, he puts in the call. The lady folds and I let him know I flopped it. Sorry, dude. Good hand, though. Didn't show me what he had, but that's okay. Another nice big win for me. again, that's another hand I played right there, folded on the flop. Another hand I played right there, folded on the flop. And like I said, I think I just made out well. You know, I don't care that I didn't chase those flushes. That's just a fold right there. This is another one, same thing, folded on the flop. Just those bets are not worth me paying into. I keep getting these shitty hands. Now I'm looking down at Queen 7 of clubs, just another fold. King 4. This one's going to be an interesting hand here. I'm going to go ahead and make the call. And because she raised $12, but don't be surprised when I make that fold again on that flop. So on my button here, I straddled yet again for $5. Uh, Big blind puts it up to 15 bucks. I'm the only one that calls that 15 bucks, so we're going heads up to a flop here. He says, "Nice hand, sir," before we even start. He shows us the board, and that board is looking queen club, 2 club, 5 spade. I've got a gut shot here, so I raise for 15 bucks, and he calls. We're going to see a turn here. That turn's going to be the 4 of hearts. Yep, I turned it. I bet 25 bucks after he checks it, and he's snap calling here. We're out to a river. That river's a 10 of spades, and I know that I'm good here, so I tell him I'm going to make a pot-sized bet after he checks it to me. He states that he hit the river, so he's going to have to pay me off, and that is music to my ears because this wheel pays off. This was one of those scenarios again where in the past I would normally jam, but I'm really glad I didn't because I know he wouldn't have called. Okay, so on this next hand I have King 6 diamonds, and I kind of made a mistake here. When the person on my right bet $5, I thought I called, which I did call, but I put a dollar chip out, which confused myself, and the guy on the button raised to 15 bucks. And I was like, did I just bet $1? Can I just fold here? They're like, no, you got to put in your 5. So I was like, can I just keep my cards and put the 5 in? And then I decided that I'm gonna even go and make the call on the $15 because fuck it, I just made such a weird move, and I don't even know what the read's gonna be on me. So I'll just make that call. Forget it. We're gonna see the flop. There's a few of us in the hand right now, and you know what? It was worth it. I think it was 5 of us going to the flop. So a nice big pot, definitely worth it, and definitely worth it when I'm looking down at a flush draw, Queen 5 diamonds, 8 clubs. Okay, so when it checks over to me, you know that I'm gonna have to make the bet here for $10, and of course I do get a couple callers here. You know, the board's looking good for me. I'm praying for it. I'm praying for it. I want the flush here on a hand that made me look super weird, super weak prior to the flop coming out. I don't recall what the turn was here. I didn't write it down, and the turn does ultimately end up checking through, but that's fine with me. Like I said, I'm still looking for this flush draw, and unfortunately, the flush draw doesn't come in the river. That river is going to be the king of spades, so I feel weak here, and I check the river. I show my king, and my king is still good. And one of the kids on the right of me, he says that I'm real lucky that the flush didn't come through because he had the nut flush draw. So I told him, yeah, thank God. I take this $100 pot down with just a king. Yeah, maybe I could have played that hand better too. Like I think back and I think, okay, maybe I could have raised early on, right? But should I be raising when I'm the one drawing to the flush? Should I be raising anyway because other people are drawing to the flush? But then what if the flush gets there and the ace high flush beats me? Is that just how the game works? There's a couple more hands that I either folded or folded on the flop because it didn't go my way, right? That's been kind of happening all night, but I'm kind of happy with that decision. I don't know. Sometimes I think, oh, damn, it came, but I feel better when they don't come. So it's the last memorable hand of the night. It's the Jack Queen of Hearts here I've got, and I'm going to go ahead and make the $5 call to go 4 ways to a flop. That flop's got a flush draw on it again. 10 of hearts, 7 of hearts, 8 of spades. So, like, even a 9 looks cool here if I don't get the flush. And then the 9 comes through. That's great. Now I've got the nut straight here and a flush draw. I'm going to go ahead and call. I'm just calling here, $20. We're going heads up to that river. That river's looking blank for me, blank for him. It's a queen. I don't know if I'm going to get any value out of here, but I'm going to keep playing that card that I was doing earlier with the pot size bet. And unfortunately, he does fold here. It is what it is, though. At least I took it down. So in 2 hours, I had an amazing night. I was in for 225 and I was walking out with 550. Definitely a huge turnaround from my last game. I'm hoping to continue doing what I'm doing here, right? Not jamming, not making those shitty decisions, not sitting at a table I don't want to be sitting in. I think I definitely did a lot better today. Uh, Even that min raise, I don't do that too often. I definitely should be adding that to my game, and I will be doing that going forward. I think I need to add a couple more three bets to my pre-flop game as well to isolate people. Definitely see myself making a little more progress though overall. So, hey, that's the point of these vlogs. Again, any feedback's always appreciated. If you guys like what you see, or if you have any other advice to give me, feel free to leave it in the comment section. We'll be back next week with another vlog. All right, peace out.